Welcome back to Trip the Balance. You're watching Wales on One Wheel. Right then, episode 6, day 7 of my trip across Wales on my unicycle. And as you can see on the map, this day I travelled from the Golden Line at Newbridge-on-Wye down to Builth Wells. I can't pronounce it properly, can I? Had a nice big feed up there, charged up my phone, and then carried on my merry way down to the northern edge of the Brecon Beacons, travelling for part of that journey across a military training ground. Let's get into it. Hello. So I haven't, literally the whole trip I haven't put the GoPro on my helmet, so there you go, you got a bit of helmet view going on. Hello. I've left Llandudno Wells a little while ago. We're heading towards the Brecons, but I am about 14 miles from the edge of the Brecon, something like that. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of horrendous ascent and descent in this little leg of the day. But yeah, so I'll do a little bit of video with it on me bonce as we go along the way. There we go, that's the view that way anyway. Look at that. The hills look like they're getting smaller, but they don't feel like it, not to me. Just the scenery looks a bit more rolling rather than mountainous, but the roads are still pretty steep, because I guess in the mountains they try and cut through as much as possible. Yeah, all good, all groovy. Still sore, obviously. I've got this amazing cream, Zumbuck. It's like green, dark green Vaseline, kind of, a little bit thinner than Vaseline, maybe. But it's got loads of like essential oils in it, and it's like healing, soothing, antiseptic, natural ointment. Anyway, never heard of it before, never found it. I really like it, so yeah, it seems to be good. Yeah, so I'll do some more filming in a bit, catch up. So I got down into the town and scouted out somewhere I could get a good feed and some much needed power on the phone and my battery pack. And when I say a feed, I did good. I had a good breakfast. I think I had 2 coffees, 2 orange juices, and then not satisfied with all that, had some chips for dessert. Anyway, refueled, I headed on down towards the Brecons. So literally the whole trip I haven't put the GoPro on my helmet, so there you go, you got a bit of helmet view going on. Hello. I've left Llandudno Wells a little while ago. We're heading towards the Brecons, but I am about 14 miles from the edge of the Brecon, something like that. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of horrendous ascent and descent in this little leg of the day. But yeah, so I'll do a little bit of video with it on me bonce as we go along the way. There we go, that's the view that way anyway. Look at that. The hills look like they're getting smaller, but they don't feel like it, not to me. Just the scenery looks a bit more rolling rather than mountainous, but the roads are still pretty steep, because I guess in the mountains they try and cut through as much as possible. Yeah, all good, all groovy. Still sore, obviously. I've got this amazing cream, Zumbuck. It's like green, dark green Vaseline, kind of, a little bit thinner than Vaseline, maybe. But it's got loads of like essential oils in it, and it's like healing, soothing, antiseptic, natural. Anyway, never heard of it before, never found it. I really like it, so yeah, it seems to be good. Yeah, so I'll do some more filming in a bit, catch up. After leaving the town, it soon dawned on me that I didn't buy any supplies for lunch or the rest of the day. And yeah, travelled through Llandudno Wells. Wasn't much there. There was a little hotel. I stopped to see if anyone was around. No, nobody around at all. Lady eventually answered the door, said they weren't open. So I carried on, and I chanced across this lovely little campsite, the Ynysfaen Valley Pods and Camping. And they had a little honesty box and sort of shed at the front with some just snacks, tea, coffee, biscuits. But the lad there, Jamie, I think his name was. I want to say Jamie. I hope I got that right. Anyway, he was super, super friendly, super welcoming. And bless him, he went in, made me a sandwich out of their kitchen. Said I could grab some bits from the honesty shed as well. And yeah, and then before I went on my way, he showed me around the site. And it's a lovely little spot. If you need to go camping, you're in that part of the world, I say go and check it out. It's really nice, and just really nice people. So they got a lovely bit of land. There's animals all over the place. And there's this quirky little museum of curiosities. And if you like your old bits and bobs, vintage phones, radios, ornaments, all sorts of stuff. They do maybe house clearance and stuff, and they've just found some little old gems. But yeah, it was really lovely to have a look around their place, and yeah, like I said, just really, really great people. Really helped me out of a little spot I was in there looking for some supplies. So thank you very much, guys. Oh, I put it back on for the hill climb. As you can see me dying slowly. Oh. Oh. Oh, traffic. Oh, man. What's going on with this strap on this bag? Not an ideal time to be adjusting your rucksack. Oh well, one side feels looser. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, it's a long one, this hill. But not too steep. Not really having to lean right into it. My legs are really feeling it though these days. I've only really got one more day of hills. The final day is hardly any ascent at all. Probably a little bit going out the valleys of Ronda. I did that funny, didn't I? The Ronda. And it's downhill towards the coast. So I'm assuming it's safe. Data road closures, nothing there. Military road ahead, open to public unless otherwise stated. The gate is open, there's a big red flag. Follow signs, keep to road, do not stop. Cool. It's gonna be fun. I'm going this way. Ynysfaen training area. Wowzers. If you hear any loud bangs and me scream, no, it'll be alright. I'm sure the old health and safety around these things these days. Bit concerned about that bloody red flag though. Surely there'd be a bit more warning than just a red flag with no explanation. Well, we'll see. If I see a tank, I'll duck. This is pretty cool. Just check the road out, the map and that. Just check I'm
going the right way, seeing as I'm on a military ground. Don't want to, the last place you want to get lost. Yeah, just checking there's no turn-offs, which there isn't. So it's this road all the way down to the A40, which is quite a well-known route that goes all the way across Wales. Very popular for motorcyclists and scenic drivers, as it were. And then there's a little tiny stint on that on the A40, I mean really short, and I'm there. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna be nice and quiet all the way there, and hopefully the road's gonna be like this because it's lush. It's narrow, but it's bloody lush. Even the sheep are disco coloured. Yeah, it's cool. Right, you can see the sheep a mile off. Look at them, hilarious. I don't know if I got pictures or video the other day. There was something up near Talerzig, actually it was, yeah, just before I met Paul. And was it Paul? I hope I got his name right there. Met so many people. Anyway, yeah, they were purple. Another red flag over there. I mean, it's not a great sign, is it? A red flag. That's like red flags, danger. Anyway, I'm sure someone would have shouted. A couple of cars went past me. I think I've got a car behind me. I have indeed. I'm going to get off the old video. See you in a bit. Cool road. Oh. Eesh. I guess I'm following where that car's straight. Yeah, that must be a left turn. That's straight round. Yeah, fantastic. Well, it looks like a nice little stretch down, straight along, wind its way that way. According to Google, there's a disgusting amount of descent and ascent, but well, we'll see. We shall see. I don't know how it works it out, to be honest, because some days it doesn't seem to be what you said it's been. Anyway, oh, I'm gonna be a happy boy when I get down there. So yeah, whatever it's called here, clip, double L's in Welsh, by the way, people, if you haven't worked that out by now. Clwell 7 3/4, get in. So that's crazy. That's about 11 kilometres, maybe 12 kilometres on flat land. I could do that in an hour if I'm riding solid. So we are making very good time. I don't know how I've done it. Anyway, fantastic. Danger. G range, G unit. It's 50 cents firing range. Right, let's get away from there. There we go, zeroing range apparently. Voila. Hope I don't get in trouble for filming on a military training ground. Never really thought of that until I just said it. Oh well. Looking back over the rolling hills where I've come from. Gotta say, the old military have spent a bit of cash on the old roads. Nicest bit of road I've ridden on in the whole of Wales. Thanks, MOD. Shame the general tax. Also, the tax money didn't go on general roads, you know. Yeah, don't get me started on war and defence money. Anyway, I digress. Beautiful road. Lovely to ride on. Thank you. Almost too fast. That right there, 6 3/4 to Clwell, 10k, and then I've probably got a couple of k from there, but I'm good from there. little uphill probably to the campsite. Woohoo! Yeah! 2 things for saying OMG. First of all, look at this view. It's pretty high up here. Pretty expansive panorama. Can't really show you that far behind it, if you can see that. Set the helmet off quickly and show you. What? Look at that. Oh. Don't do this at home. Second thing is, I reckon this little horizon we can see could be the peak of my ascents, or the big ascent for the day. Yeah, a little one to the campsite, like I said earlier. It's alright, sheepies. So yeah, happy days. And we'll be descending down to the A40, I hope. So, I mean, yeah, it can't be far. Oh, happy days. Woo! Now we're at the top. Get in! Come on! Check out the Brecon Spectacular. Oh my goodness. Woohoo! Yes! Brecon's ho! Look at that. In the clouds, man. Oh, these little things are hurting. And so is my saddles. Oh, so nice to be going down now. Bliss. I mean, there's a tiny uphill here, but it is generally down now. Oh my goodness. This is pretty straight, isn't it? Bit bumpy up and down coming up, but not bumpy, undulating. Oh. What's this little one doing? It's got scared. There's a man on a wheel. Just one. Tell you what, I guess it's similar to the ascent. The descent is bloody long. This is another road, not the one I showed you earlier. Well, it's the same road, but like another section of it. It looks exactly the same. But look, down there, the valley floor. You can see a house or two. That, I assume, is Clanrill, whatever it's called. I can't remember now. I mean, it's right next to Trecastle and a little place. I think there's another one, Bishopston. They're all just like, they're all probably really tiny. There is a pub, I think, called the Crown, maybe, in Trecastle. No, it's called the Castle. Come on, Luke. I might call them as I go past and see if they've got room for me for dinner and ask when the latest is. Load of bikers coming up. Cue noise. Watch out, buddy. Fucking hell, mate. Fuck me. Excuse my language, but that was fucking quick. Jesus. Glad I was recording. Oh my god. It's the A40. Straight ahead there. Ah. At a right angle to the road in front of me, kind of. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good to get down there. I got a little ascent. I'm camping pretty much the other side of this hill here. Oh, yes! Woo! Get in!
So, as you can see there, I was pretty happy to be getting towards the end of my day. It was quite a long one. And yeah, I got down to the A road and quickly discovered that I should have done a bit more research because there wasn't a lot there. I just assumed I saw a pub or two on the map. Thought, oh, you know, there's a pub, that'll do food. Pub wasn't even open. It had closed due to COVID and hadn't reopened. I later found out, I think the landlord and landlady were quite elderly. And were so either isolating or had possibly been more directly affected by COVID. Anyway, I headed for the campsite that I had spotted and spoken to. It's called Ynysfaen. I'm going to put a picture up of their card. And yeah, it got there. An amazing little site. It was quite a hill getting up to it. Absolutely amazing site. There was no reception there, but I didn't have any battery anyway. So I had no battery, no supplies, and no signal to check the map or anything for the following day. But I was at a beautiful, beautiful spot, and Elaine and Duncan that run the campsite were just super lovely, super lovely. They pointed me to where I could set up. They had these lovely little fire pit bowls that you could take. I got myself some wood. They got me a camping chair. And Duncan very kindly gathered some bits and bobs and cobbled together a meal for me, in the light of me having no supplies. So yeah, a really, really great people, really great camping spot. If you know, hopefully you do, if you care about the environment as well, they're very like eco-minded. You can tell throughout the whole site really. Yeah, just a really, really great spot. If you're on the northern edge of the Brecons, I really recommend going and checking it out. It's fantastic. Really nice at night as well, so peaceful, so quiet. Also, I forgot to mention that during the night, so like I said, I had this fire pit. I went quite crazy with the wood. Like, it's just nice to be toasty warm. So when it came to going to sleep, it was still, embers were roaring. So I moved it away from the tent, so it was a safe distance for any little spitting bits around. And in the night, I left the door of the tent slightly open so I could get the warmth from the fire, from the embers. And in the night, I woke up and I could hear this weird snoring. And it was a hedgehog, a massive hedgehog he was, or she, between my tent and the fire. And it was snoring. I've never heard a hedgehog snore. It was super, super cute. It was just amazing. When I saw it was hedgehog. There you go, nice little story. And so day 7 of Wales on One Wheel came to a close. Next episode will be days 8 and 9, I imagine. Day 8, I left the campsite in Ynysfaen. Had to double back on myself, which I'll explain next episode, and headed across the Brecons. Limited footage because of my SD card issues, until I get over to the Rhondda Valley, where I had an amazing surprise. Absolutely blew me away. And then day 9, where I sort myself out with a new SD card for the last leg of the journey. I head into Ferndale, home of some of my mother's family that sadly aren't with us anymore, and distant family that I never met. So you can see that next time. Before then, the final episode in 2 weeks from the Rhondda Valley down to the coast at Barry Island. This has been Wales on One Wheel, Trip the Balance. Thanks for watching.